Hello, it is your sleepless god back with What If Gilgamesh Was Reborn into Harry Potter's Body? Part 2? I'm guessing. Yes. Uh, so last time we left off, we basically covered the details of how technically Gilgamesh got into Harry Potter's body, and how he's basically living his life, because it's different, because Gilgamesh is different. Because of his charisma, because of his kingly energy, people don't despise Harry anymore. They actually love him because he is just a helpful guy overall. And everyone in the school, the teachers, the students, they're friends with him. They're just, friends. There's no bad energy because even though, Dudley's still a bully, Harry is just nice in general. Now, uh, you know, Harry we talked about how Harry got into the car, blah blah blah, how Harry's mindset's a little bit different. It's still Gilgamesh, for fuck's sakes. Um, how Dudley friend that went to his birthday is actually, still wants to get with Harry's friend group because he's popular. Now, with that statement that I said, with him saying you're worthless, it's not because Harry believes he's bigger than him and better than him. He believes he's just worse. It's like when you see a rat or a just a lower person, just trash on the ground. You're disgusted by it. You don't give it any understanding. Went to the zoo, did the normal thing as he does. Uh, but instead of someone else telling on Harry, Vernon saw him doing it a little bit. And Harry said, "What are you going to do, punish me for deleting the glass? Aren't you the person that say that can never happen?" As he, starts walking away. As this is where we going to start the video. I hope you guys will like the rest of this. I got a couple ideas. I got some mindset. No, but Harry is... He's still chilling in his cubby right now, as he didn't get grounded for those amount of time, because what is Vernon going to do to Gilgamesh? Vernon and the Dursleys are actually scared of Harry, and that's why they keep him in the cupboard down in the stairs. They try to keep him basically away from them. Vernon is more terrified of Harry's charisma than anything else. Dudley's terrified of what Harry can do to him. The only person that's not truly scared of Harry is Aunt Petunia. Because Harry probably won't do anything to her. Physically, at least. Maybe insultingly. But even Aunt Petunia has limitations of what she can say to Harry and what she can do to Harry. But with this, when he finally gets his first letter to Hogwarts, he grabs it and looks at it and just says, it's about time. As he opens it, as he's walking into the room, as he pulls out the piece of paper, reading it, he says, "Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I need to find this place, number one, but should be..." As Vernon says, what is that?" As he says, "It's my letter to Hogwarts, of course. Been waiting on this for a couple of years now. It's about time, I think." As Vernon says, Give me that letter, boy." As Harry looks at him and says, "With what authority do you have to say to me that I should hand you to this? I try not to say much to you, because I dislike you by a lot. You ridicule. You discriminate people. But I will say this to you. If you try to grab this letter from me, you will not survive. As Vernon tenses a little bit, you can see it in the creases of his forehead. Now, I'll be going. He grabs the letter and folds it up and puts it into his pocket. If you want to follow me and come with me, that is fine. If you do not, that is also fine. I'll be going by myself if needed. As Aunt Petunia says, you get me? As Harry says, shh, your mouth, woman. You have married these oafs and and has abandoned your family from what they can be, what they was to be. So I don't want to hear any of your shit. He opens the door as Dudley, when he Harry slams his shut, being like, says, Dudley eats a little bit of bacon as he looks at Harry and just says, an extra piece of toast, please. As Aunt Petunia and Aunt Marge are completely silent, as Harry walks a little bit, as his letter rolled up in one of his pockets. Basically, he puts his hands in his pockets, basically trying to keep the letter safe, as well keeping looking casual as possible. Right now in this situation, he's calm. He's relaxed. He knows where he needs to go. He's been practicing this for almost years now, what he was going to do when he finally enters into the wizard world. He was going to enter earlier, but truly, this is the proper time. As he walks into a bar, Bleaker Cauldron, as when he walks in, he sees a lot of people there, and a lot of people recognize him. They're shocked to see him, and he's nice to them. They like his subjects. Okay, that sounds mean and that sounds nasty, but it's how he sees his people. Like people. They're nice people, and they should be respected as nice people. The only people he disrespects are people who are nasty, racist, ridicule, basically his old self. If you believe you're so much better than everyone else, you better be able to back the fuck up with those words. He can say that shit then, but other people cannot. As he sees a bigger man, taller man, as he grabs the table and sits up onto it and says, he smiles, he says, Hagrid. As Hagrid kind of looks at him like, what is it? Harry? He looks at him and says, I need to fix his accent. Damn it, it sounds more like Remus Lupin, but he says, Harry. As he picks him up almost like, Harry's like, shit. He kind of spins him around. He's like, yeah, doesn't seem since you were a baby. As he sits him down and he looks at him and just says, you look good. You look healthy. Maybe a little bit, a little bit more muscles on those bones, but you look good. As Harry says, thank you. As Harry looks at him and just says, he pulls out the letter for Hogwarts and he sets it into his hand. He says, do you want to help me? As he looks down and smiles. I was made for this. As Harry gets off at the table that he was sit down in, and they walk. They particularly walk into Diagon Alley. As when they walk in, it's beautiful. Harry is what it imagined to look like in his head and in his dreams. He knows what it looks like normally, but it seems more beautiful with Hagrid. See, with being with Gilgamesh's ideals and memories, Harry doesn't forget shit. When he was born, he remembers when he was born. He remembers everything when he was a kid. And he remembers when Hagrid picked him up with a flying motorcycle and flew him across Britain. Now, Harry is right now with Hagrid doing his shopping. Now, you gotta understand though, he still has Gilgamesh's personality. With Gilgamesh's personality, this is one of his treasures to him. Like one of the things in his vault, it feels like. He doesn't want anything to happen to things in his vault. He's a little bit self-centered like that, but it's fine. His vault is his treasure, is his glory, is everything he has. So anything he believes belongs or is part of his vault does not leave. Now he starts walking around as him and Hagrid starts buying new things. Most of the things he already has in his vault. He doesn't even need most of these things, but he's getting them anyway for Hagrid. The one thing he doesn't have is a snowy owl that he romantically named Hedwig. And he goes to Mr. Ollivander for his wand. Now, I want you to know this. Harry's wand, anything that's any person made is in Gilgamesh's vault, period. Noble phantasms, secret weapons, other people's wands. He has his own wand into his vault. But it's your tradition to get his wand to Ollivander's, and it's a respectable figure. Now, when he walked in and he saw Mr. Ollivander pop up, he knew that this will be a day that he would never forget. And he says, "I heard he came to get my wand." As Mr. Ollivander says, "Of course, Harry Potter. I remember when I gave your mother and father their first wand. Now let me see." As he grabs a bunch, as Harry says no. As he repeats his perfect description of what his wand will be. I think it's holly. Holly. 4 to 5 inches. If I'm getting any of this wrong, don't dog on me, okay? I don't remember everything I need to, but I think this is pretty close. Phoenix core. As Ollivander looks at him and smiles. Of course, it'd be that. And you should know, my boy. As he grabs the wand, as he shuffles out, putting it into Harry's hand as he looks into it, and the wand, you can hear it sing its name. It's almost crying out with power, but also respect. Knowing that the person who get this wand from Harry will be a powerful wizard. Now, Harry, that means Harry got his shopping done early, and that means with that, Hagrid does not collect the Sorcerer's Stone today. He's gonna collect it later, because Harry didn't do this long trip and goes around. So Hagrid didn't have to, like, the mission is going to be on a later day. But with that, he asked Hagrid something that he never asked anyone else. Hagrid, can I ask you for a favor before I leave? Hagrid says, of course. What do you need, boy? He says, can I have one of those jackets with a lot of pockets in it? I just really want them. Can you at least, like, make me one? As Hagrid says, of course, I can make you one. As Hagrid looks at him and just says, I'll give you it for your 11th birthday. If I could, I'll pick you up and bring you to platform 9 3/4. As Harry looks at him and says, that would be lovely, Hagrid. That would be lovely. As this is where we're going to end off the video. I hope you guys like it. Just remember that we're getting super close to 300 subscribers, and then I start the Percy Jackson videos, and I've been getting prepared for a long period of time now. I've been rewatching my old videos just to make sure I know what's going on. But thank you very much, and goodbye.